You weren't ghosted. I need you to hear that clearly because your mind has been trying to rewrite the story for weeks, maybe months. It has been telling you that you were abandoned, that you were discarded, that you were deemed unworthy of a goodbye, a closure, or even a basic human acknowledgement. But that is the lie your ego tells you to make sense of the pain. The truth is far more complex and far more protective. You were not left behind. You were shielded. You were pulled out of a trajectory that was never meant for you by forces that saw the cliff edge before you did. The silence you are experiencing is not an absence of care. It is a presence of protection. It is a wall built around you by the universe, by their own subconscious, by the very fabric of reality, to keep you from walking into a fire that would have consumed you. And what they are hiding? It isn't just about them. It's about what would have happened to you if you had stayed. Let's dismantle the narrative of rejection first. Rejection implies that you were seen, evaluated, and found lacking. It implies a judgment on your worth. But ghosting? Ghosting is rarely about your worth. It is almost always about their capacity, their ability to hold space, their emotional maturity, their integrity. When someone ghosts you, they are not saying, "You are not enough." They are saying, "I am not capable." They are saying, "I cannot handle the weight of this connection." They are saying, "I am too broken, too afraid, too chaotic to offer you the honesty you deserve." And instead of giving you that honesty, which would have required them to face their own shadows, they chose the exit door. They chose the void. And in doing so, they inadvertently saved you. Because if they couldn't handle the ending, imagine what they would have done to the beginning. Imagine what they would have done to the middle. You were spared a slow erosion of your spirit. You were spared a relationship built on sand. You were protected from a person who could not even offer you the dignity of a conversation. Here is what they are hiding. And this is the part that will shift your perspective from victimhood to victory. They are hiding their own instability. They are hiding the fact that their life is a house of cards, trembling in the wind. They are hiding the chaos that follows them like a shadow. If you had stayed, if you had forced that conversation, if you had demanded closure, you would have stepped into that chaos. You would have become the anchor for their storm. You would have spent months, maybe years, trying to stabilize someone who is fundamentally unstable. You would have poured your energy into a black hole that has no bottom. And you would have lost yourself in the process. The ghosting was the universe slamming the door in your face to keep you from entering that room. It was a mercy. A harsh, cold, confusing mercy, but a mercy nonetheless. They are hiding the fact that they are drowning, and they knew that if they let you get close, you might try to save them. And they didn't want to be saved. They wanted to sink. And they didn't want to take you down with them. Think about the timing. Think about when it happened. Was it just as things were getting real? Just as you were starting to open up? Just as the intimacy was deepening? That is not a coincidence. That is a pattern. For people who are emotionally unavailable, intimacy is a threat. It is a trigger. It activates their fear of engulfment, their fear of being seen, their fear of responsibility. So when you got close, their alarm bells went off. Not because you were too much, but because you were real. And reality is terrifying to people who live in illusion. They panicked, they retreated, they disappeared. And in that disappearance, they revealed their true nature. They showed you that they cannot handle depth, they cannot handle truth, they cannot handle you. And if they can't handle you at the surface, how could they ever handle you in the depths? You were protected from a lifetime of walking on eggshells. You were protected from a partner who runs when things get good. You were protected from a love that is conditional on your distance. I want you to consider the energy exchange. In every interaction, there is a transfer of energy. When you were with them, you were likely giving more than you were receiving. You were offering clarity, consistency, warmth. And they were offering ambiguity, inconsistency, coldness. This imbalance creates a drain. It saps your vitality. It clouds your intuition. It makes you question your sanity. By ghosting you, they cut that cord, abruptly, painfully, but effectively. They stopped the drain. They forced you to reclaim your energy, to turn it back inward, to focus on yourself. And while it felt like abandonment in the moment, it was actually a reset. It was the universe forcing you to stop investing in a bankrupt account. It was forcing you to withdraw your funds before the bank collapsed. And now, look at you. You are still standing. You are still whole. You are still you. And your energy is returning to you, stronger, clearer, more potent, because it is no longer being siphoned off by someone who doesn't know how to receive it. What are they hiding right now? They are hiding their regret. Not necessarily regret for losing you, but regret for their own cowardice. They know they acted poorly. They know they violated the social contract. They know they hurt you. And that knowledge sits heavy in their chest. It creates a low-level shame that they try to numb with distraction, with work, with other superficial connections. But it's there. They are hiding the fact that they think about you. Not in a romantic way, perhaps, but in a curious way. They wonder if you're okay. They wonder if you hate them. They wonder if you've moved on. And the answer to that last one is the most painful for them. Because you have. Not because you forgot them, but because you realized you deserved better. And that realization is a mirror they don't want to look into. It shows them exactly who they are. And who they are is someone who runs, someone who hides, someone who ghosts. And they are hiding from that reflection. But let's go deeper. Let's talk about the spiritual protection. There is a concept in many traditions called divine intervention. It is the idea that sometimes things don't go our way because something higher knows we aren't ready, or that the path we want is dangerous. Maybe you prayed for this person. Maybe you manifested this connection. Maybe you thought they were the one. And then silence. Why? Because the universe heard your prayer for happiness, not just for companionship. It heard your prayer for peace, not just for passion. And it knew that this person could not give you either. So it removed them. It didn't ask for your permission. It didn't explain itself. It just acted. Like a parent pulling a child away from a hot stove. The child cries. The child is confused. The child feels rejected. But the parent knows. The parent sees the burn that didn't happen. The parent sees the scar that wasn't formed. You are that child, and the universe is that parent. And it pulled you away. Not to punish you, to protect you. They are also hiding their own unresolved trauma. People who ghost are often repeating cycles from their own past. Maybe they were abandoned. Maybe they were silenced. Maybe they were taught that their feelings didn't matter. So when faced with a difficult emotional situation, they revert to the only tool they know: disappearance. They are hiding their wounded inner child, the part of them that is scared, the part of them that doesn't know how to communicate, the part of them that believes love is dangerous. And by engaging with them, you would have triggered that wound. You would have become the target of their unprocessed pain. You would have been blamed for their fear. You would have been punished for their history. And that is a burden no one should carry, especially not you. You were protected from becoming the scapegoat for their unresolved issues. You were protected from having to heal someone who refuses to help themselves. Notice how your life has changed since the silence began. At first, it was painful. It was disorienting. You checked your phone, you replayed conversations, you analyzed every text. But then, something shifted. The fog lifted. The anxiety decreased. The clarity returned. You started sleeping better. You started eating better. You started reconnecting with friends. You started remembering who you were before them. That is the protection working. That is the detox. Your body and soul are cleansing themselves of the toxicity of that dynamic. You are shedding the skin of the person you were trying to be for them, and underneath, you are finding the person you are meant to be. Stronger, wiser, more authentic. The ghosting was the catalyst for this transformation. It was the push you needed to step into your own power, to stop looking outward for validation, to start looking inward for truth. And for that, you should be grateful. Not for the pain, but for the growth. They are hiding the fact that they are not happy. People who treat others with respect and kindness are generally happier. They have deeper connections. They have more peace. People who ghost, who avoid, who hide, are living in a state of constant, low-grade anxiety. They are always running, always hiding, always protecting their fragile egos. It is exhausting. It is lonely, and it is empty. They are hiding their emptiness behind a facade of busyness or indifference. But you see through it. You know what lies beneath, and you know that you don't want that life. You don't want that energy. You don't want that level of consciousness. You want depth. You want honesty. You want courage. And they couldn't give it to you. So they gave you silence. And in that silence, you found your voice. You found your boundaries. You found your worth. And that is worth more than any relationship with them could have ever been. So, what do you do with this information? Do you reach out? Do you demand answers? Do you try to uncover what they are hiding? No. You let them hide. You let them stay in their shadows. You let them deal with their own chaos. Your job is not to illuminate their darkness. Your job is to stand in your light. Your job is to honor the protection you received. Your job is to trust that the silence was a gift. A wrapped, confusing, painful gift, but a gift nonetheless. Unwrap it. See the value inside. See the freedom. See the space. See the opportunity. And use it. Use it to build a life that is aligned with your values. A life that is filled with people who show up, who speak up, who stay, who are brave enough to have hard conversations, who are secure enough to offer closure, who are mature enough to handle intimacy. Those people exist, and they are waiting for you. But you had to clear the space first, and the ghosting cleared it. Brutally, efficiently, completely. Feel the relief of knowing you were not rejected. Feel the lightness of knowing you were protected. Feel the strength of knowing you survived. You are not a victim of their cowardice. You are a survivor of their chaos. And you came out the other side intact, more than intact. You came out enhanced. You came out upgraded. You came out aware. And that awareness is your shield. It will protect you from future ghosts. It will help you spot the red flags earlier. It will help you trust your intuition faster. It will help you value your time more. And it will help you choose differently. You will not tolerate ambiguity anymore. You will not accept silence as an answer. You will not invest in potential. You will invest in reality. And reality is kind. Reality is clear. Reality is safe. And you are ready for it. The person who ghosted you is living in a prison of their own making. A prison built of avoidance, of fear, of shame. And they hold the key. But they are too afraid to use it. They are too afraid to face the truth. So they stay locked inside. And you? You are outside. You are free. You are breathing fresh air. You are seeing the sun. You are walking on solid ground. Do not envy them. Do not pity them. Do not try to save them. Just be glad you are not them. Be glad you are not trapped in that cycle. Be glad you were pulled out. Be glad you were protected. And keep walking. Keep moving forward. Keep expanding. Your future is bright, your path is clear, and your heart is open. Not to them, but to what comes next, to what is better, to what is true. There is a specific energy that comes after being ghosted. It is a mix of anger, confusion, and sadness. But if you sit with it long enough, if you breathe into it, if you allow it to move through you, it transforms. It becomes clarity. It becomes discernment. It becomes power. You realize that you don't need their explanation. You don't need their apology. You don't need their closure. You have your own. Your closure is the knowledge that you deserve better. Your closure is the decision to never settle for less. Your closure is the understanding that silence is an answer, and it is a loud one. It says, I am not ready. It says, I am not worthy. It says, I am not capable. And hearing that allows you to say, I am ready. I am worthy. I am capable. And you move on, not with bitterness, but with wisdom, with grace, with strength. They are hiding the fact that they miss you. Not the real you, but the version of you that made them feel seen. The version of you that offered them stability. The version of you that loved them despite their flaws. They miss that comfort. They miss that safety. But they cannot access it because they pushed it away. They chose fear over love. They chose escape over engagement. And now they are living with that choice. They are living with the emptiness. And you are living with the fullness of your own life, the fullness of your own potential, the fullness of your own love. And that love is not gone. It is just redirected. Back to you. Back to your dreams. Back to your purpose. And it is growing. It is expanding. It is becoming more powerful every day. Because it is no longer being diluted by someone who doesn't appreciate it. So, stop checking their social media. Stop wondering what they are doing. Stop analyzing their silence. It is not about you. It never was. It is about them, their limitations, their fears, their wounds. And you have nothing to do with that. You are free from that. You are free from their drama. You are free from their chaos. You are free from their energy. And that freedom is precious. Guard it. Protect it. Nurture it. Use it to build something beautiful, something real, something lasting. And when you meet someone new, bring this wisdom with you. Bring this clarity. Bring this standard. And do not lower it. Do not compromise it. Do not apologize for it. Because you know now. You know what ghosting really is. It is not rejection. It is protection. And you were protected for a reason, to prepare you for something greater. The universe is clearing the deck. It is removing the clutter. It is making space for the right people, the people who stay, the people who communicate, the people who love bravely. And you are ready for them. You are prepared for them. You are worthy of them. And they are coming. But they couldn't come while you were holding on to the ghost, while you were waiting for the explanation, while you were seeking the closure. Now that you have let go, Now that you have accepted the protection, now that you have embraced the truth, the path is clear, the door is open, and love is walking in. Real love, honest love, safe love, and it looks nothing like the silence you left behind. It sounds like conversation, it feels like presence, it acts like commitment, and you will recognize it because you have learned the difference. You have learned the value of showing up, and you will never settle for anything less again. Take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. Feel the ground supporting you. Feel the peace settling in your heart. You are safe. You are loved. You are protected. And you are free. The ghost is gone. The lesson is learned. The protection is acknowledged. And the future is yours. Write it well. Live it fully. Love it deeply. And remember, you were not abandoned. You were saved. From a life that wasn't yours. From a love that wasn't real. From a person who couldn't stay. And you are still here, still standing, still shining. And that is the greatest victory of all. To survive the silence. To thrive in the aftermath. To emerge stronger, wiser, better, and ready. So ready for everything that is coming. For everything that is waiting. For everything that is yours. They are hiding their regret. You are hiding your power. Stop hiding it. Unleash it. Use it. Share it. The world needs your light. The world needs your authenticity. The world needs your courage. And you have it in abundance. Because you survived the ghosting. You survived the silence. You survived the uncertainty. And you came out the other side with your soul intact. That is no small feat. That is a testament to your strength, to your resilience, to your worth. And no one can take that away from you. No one can ghost your worth. No one can silence your truth. No one can hide your light. It is yours. Forever, and it is burning bright. Let it shine, let it guide you, let it lead you home, to yourself, to your truth, to your destiny. The silence was not empty. It was full of lessons, full of protection, full of love. From the universe, from your guides, from your higher self. It was a message. A loud, clear, undeniable message. This is not for you. This is not your path. This is not your person. And you listened. Eventually. You heard it. You understood it. You accepted it. And that acceptance set you free. Free from the chase. Free from the doubt. Free from the pain. And now you are walking in freedom, in joy, in peace. And it is beautiful. It is serene. It is right. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep believing. The best is yet to come. The best is already here, in you, in your heart, in your soul. In your silence. Do not look back. The past is a lesson, not a home. Do not return to the scene of the crime. Do not reopen the wound. Do not seek the ghost. Let it rest. Let it fade. Let it go. And focus on the present, on the now, on the today, on the you that is healing, the you that is growing, the you that is becoming. And it is a magnificent becoming, a powerful becoming, a sacred becoming. Honor it, respect it, Celebrate it. You did it. You survived. You thrived. You won. And the prize is your life. Your real life. Your true life. Your free life. Claim it. Own it. Live it. With pride, with joy, with love. The protection is complete. The lesson is integrated. The future is open. And you are ready. Ready for love, ready for joy, ready for peace, ready for everything. So breathe, smile, relax, and step forward into the light, into the truth, into your destiny. It is waiting, it is calling, it is yours, and it is beautiful. More beautiful than you can imagine. More beautiful than the silence. More beautiful than the ghost. More beautiful than the past. It is the future, and it is bright, and it is yours. Go get it. Go live it. Go be it. You were protected. Now go be free. You weren't ghosted. You were protected. Remember that. Carry that. Live that. And let it guide you through the doubts, through the fears, through the uncertainties, to the truth, to the love, to the life you deserve. You were chosen for protection, chosen for growth, chosen for greatness, and you are rising. Rising above the silence, rising above the pain, rising above the ghost, to the sky, to the stars, to the sun. Shine on, shine bright, shine true. You are protected. You are loved. You are free. And you are just getting started.